Hello everyone, Suzanne Knappe-Nicole here from Police Science Doctor with your weekly dose of police science snippets. This is number 236, which should have gone out last week. There was an issue. I recorded the broadcast and I set it up to be streamed. I like to do it consistently, so it's around 2 o'clock in UK on a Tuesday. However, I think I deleted the video before it went out. So I'm going to record it today, so you've got it, it's consistent. So, Police Science Snippets number 236. First one is why police innovation fails. Police leaders and researchers stated that innovations in policing were often more complex than the actions they replaced, not integrated into officer performance evaluations, and were likely to be mistrusted if they originated from external sources. Officers were unlikely to understand an innovation's comparative value and likely to seek their own preferred outcomes regardless. So if you want to bring an innovation, if you can have it internally, that would be great. I always wanted to have the role of an investigative psychologist within the police force, and I do feel that every police force should have an investigative psychologist, and one of their roles could be to implement these changes, to do research, to do evaluations, and bring these changes in and oversee them. That would be somebody internally, so hopefully that would be met with less distrust. But obviously, communication is also important. Explain to the officers why it's better and really get them on board, hearts and minds. And we saw that recently with the last SEBP Hotspots Policing webinar, Easier Said Than Done, number 5. We had 2 panel experts, Colin Johnson and Simon Rose, and they were both saying it's really important to get the police officers on board so they understand why they're being asked what they want, what they're supposed to be doing, why they're being asked to do what they're supposed to be doing, and then you'll get much, much better results. The second snippet for this week is neuropsychological consequences of arrest. This study found that getting arrested and incarcerated are related to reductions in neuropsychological functioning in early adulthood for both males and females. When the analyses were confined only to those participants who had been arrested, being incarcerated had inconsistent effects on neuropsychological functioning for males and females. So, being arrested is actually a negative event. Now, we do want to have some negative consequences from crime, of course, but there's a lot of research that shows us that there's better alternative ways of dealing with offenders than pushing them through the court system. Even the arrest itself has negative consequences. So we've seen that getting people through the court system actually makes them more likely to offend if they were eligible to an alternative way of being dealt with. And if we had offered them that, they would be less likely to offend. And this is especially so for youngsters. So do we have to have this formal process of arrest? Maybe we do, but are there alternative ways of dealing with them instead of arrest, or at least post-arrest? And the last research for week number 236 is quantifying domestic abuse incidents. Researchers have questioned the accuracy of participants' reports of the frequency of intimate partner violence. This research found that in order to assess how often intimate partner violence incidents occur in young people, it is better to ask the victim to self-report more frequently than on a monthly basis. That way, better recall and more accurate quantification is achieved. So this is not about whether the victims are believed. This is just about their ability to recall and how often they should be self-reporting the incidents of domestic abuse. So these were the snippets for this week. And I hope there was something relevant. Oh, look, I even forgot the banner. I hope there was something relevant to you in that. If not, don't worry, you get access to all the previous police science snippets if you sign up to the email list, and it's all free. So the email list will give you the password to access the read page, and the read page has all the previous snippets as PDFs. 237 on there now with three snippets each, so you will find something that is relevant to your role on there. So I'm going to be also recording the number 237 now. So until I see you next time, thank you. Bye-bye. Make good decisions. Ciao. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this content useful. You can get access to each episode's transcript with key learning points, timestamps, and references if you get yourself onto my mailing list. Just go to the main website on policesciencedoctor.com, and on the bottom of each page you will find a sign-up form for notifications of new content. Just enter your first name, your preferred email address, and the type of organization you work for. You will not get any spam. This is just for me to let you know about new content and for you to get access to all the transcripts.